Please contact the IT service desk before acquiring any of the recommended equipment in this video. We're going to talk about a couple of different ways you can go with sound, but one of the first things to talk about here is what sound is not present. It goes without saying, as best you can, to try and find a quiet room in your house or apartment with no kids or pets shouting or barking in the middle of your meeting. Also, try to find a space that doesn't have too much of an echo. Now, the noise reduction plugin I talked about earlier, Krisp, can help with all of these, but it's best to start off with as quiet a place as possible. Once you've got that sorted, you can start to think about what kind of microphone you want to use. Like the inbuilt cameras in devices these days, the microphones are also getting better and better, and can work if need be, but there are limitations here. The quality isn't quite as good, and they tend to pick up a lot of unwanted sound from the surrounding area. So what to do? An external mic is a great purchase to take your sound quality to the next level. We're going to go over just a couple of options, but as we've said a couple of times now, there are many options in this area. The first option here is a headset and microphone in one. This is a step up from the small earbud microphones you get with your smartphone and work in exactly the same way. This is going to be the answer for some of you. It's reliable and the sound quality is consistent. But for those of you who don't want to be wearing a headset during a meeting, you can think about something like this, a USB condenser microphone. This one here is a Blue Yeti. They are very easy to set up and use. Here's how you connect these up to Zoom. Okay, so we've plugged in our microphone, and as you can see here, the computer has decided to default to that microphone as not only the microphone we'll use with Zoom, but also the speaker. That might work well for some of you, but for those who need a little bit more customization, we'll access those audio settings. The way we do that is, as before, down near the stop video button, the little up arrow, you can click on there and access the settings that way. Or for audio, you click on the little up arrow on the mute button and access the audio settings there. You can see here that the computer has the Blue Nano as the default microphone and also the default speaker. If it has not defaulted to your external microphone, you just drop down the menu there and you should be able to select your microphone in that menu. Now, if you look up here under the speaker, it may be an issue for you if the computer decides to default to your microphone as a speaker for obvious reasons. There might not be a speaker on it. The reason this might be useful for some of you is if you're using one of the headsets we talked about, where you want the sound to come through your headset into your ears, but you also want to speak through the microphone on your headset. So you need both the speaker and the microphone to default to that headset. But if you're just using the microphone and you want the speaker, the sound to come through your computer's audio, then you need to make sure that that speaker is set to your computer's speaker system. Once you're set up, you want to position the microphone as close to your mouth as possible without having it enter frame. Of course, you can have it enter frame if you'd like, but to keep that clean, professional look, keep it just below frame. Okay, so let's have a listen to both of these microphones, starting off with the headset.
You know what? I'm really glad you brought that up because it's a great point. So last Tuesday in our meeting, I think it was the 2 o'clock, she mentioned that, the staff had decided.
As you can hear, it's good quality audio. It sounds perhaps a little close to the mouth, a little muffled, but it's pretty good. Here is the external condenser microphone.
Right. No, I think it's a fantastic question. So at the end of week meeting, we all decided that it would just be fun to go and have, a staff outing. It's been too long. So a few of us were talking about bowling. A few of us were talking about Topgolf.
Again, very good. Both of these are great options.